It's in you I delight, and I am placing you higher. You are breathing the sky, singing your lullaby. Shine bright in the night. It's in you I delight, and I am placing you higher.
Hey, it's Rory. You're listening to my mom's podcast, All Things Good. Grab a coffee as she dives into real conversation with friends in Jesus. It may look all bad right now, but Romans 8:28 says he works it together for your good. Cheers!
Let's just start this space off with a quick opportunity. I don't know if you know, but I have a crew. My crew is my mentorship group. And as you listen to this podcast, just imagine yourself being a part of these conversations 2 to 3 times a week, every week, with a whole community of people that are going to do intercession, that are going to do discipleship classes, where I'm going to take you through the word and help you learn how to study it for yourself, empower your spiritual journey. And this community is a private group that uplifts you and becomes your family. I just want to give you the opportunity to listen to this podcast and consider joining the crew. $20 a month. You can go to the website AlissaHolt.com and be a part of everything that God is doing over there. We are seeing supernatural miracles in bodies, families, minds. It's the real deal. You want to be a part, so come join us today. We'll see you over there. Welcome to episode 13, All Things Good podcast. I'm Alissa Holt. So excited you're here with me. Honored, really, that you're sitting with me and taking time out of your day to listen to this. Whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, whatever the deal is, share the link, send it to someone, leave a review. It helps push this out, and I cannot do it without you. I appreciate all of the help. Today is a special day because tomorrow is a big deal.
Yes.
I've got my daughter, Aurora Danielle, here
Hi.
with me. She is 12 years old, and she's kind of a big deal in my eyes. Doing that hair flip over there. And I had to bring her on because by the time this releases, tomorrow will be what for them?
My song release.
Your song release. She keeps getting mixed up because tomorrow in real time, what is tomorrow in real time?
My release party.
Her release party. We're going to get to celebrate with her. She's got a brand new song coming out, and I am so excited to share it with you guys. I cannot wait. You guys have been seeing little clips here and there on social media. You've been sharing it. You've been tagging people. And I thought, you know what, with her song coming out tomorrow, why not have her on the podcast and have her share her story and behind the scenes kind of what you feel about the song, right? We did do a vlog though, didn't we?
Yes, we did. When is it coming out?
That vlog is coming out the 15th. So you're going to see the vlog of
the day after.
The day after her song.
The day after.
And that's because we've got a surprise, but we'll tell you about the surprise in a minute. We're going to tell you about the vlog first. Where did we record this song, Rory?
Nashville.
It's not fair, really. Like, I am seeing my child live out my dreams at 12 years old. It took me till I was 34 to get to Nashville to record. And you did it at 12, and I'm so proud of you. And so we actually recorded the entire day in Nashville. I was one of those annoying moms and had my camera out everywhere we went. And we documented the whole journey. And so we actually put together a vlog for y'all to be able to see what it looked like to get in the studio. You're going to get to meet her producer. Who is your producer?
Colin.
What do you think about Colin?
He's really fun. He's really funny too. He has a great personality though. I really love him.
I love him too. He's awesome. So you'll get to meet him. He did my album, Braving the Sky. And so, of course, he had to do Rory's song. What is your song called?
Jesus, my best friend.
Jesus, my best friend. What do we have coming for them that we just spur of the moment decided we're going to do and release the day of your song?
Music video!
A music video. Woo woo. So the music video will release on my YouTube channel. And Rory wants her own YouTube channel.
I've been wanting one for so long.
What were you going to call it?
Rory's World. But then I changed it like a couple years ago to Aurora's Beautiful World. And Brandon has like a designed logo. And so I'm going to use that for my YouTube channel.
Yeah, she's been wanting a YouTube channel for a long time. She's actually been doing YouTube videos for a while. We've just never posted any of them. So we have like years and years and years and years of documented, materials and content that Rory has recorded in hopes that we will let her open up her own YouTube channel. And that's probably coming. That's probably coming with all of the music and the things that you're doing. But until then, your music video will be on my platform. And so you can find it on Alissa Holt. And it's going to be under music video, Jesus, My Best Friend by Aurora Danielle. And you can find that at 5 a.m. Valentine's Day. It will drop on my YouTube as well as the song. Where can they find the song? Do you even know?
I think Spotify, Apple Music.
Yep.
I don't know if Pandora.
I think Pandora, Amazon Music. It's going to be on all the platforms, and you find it under Aurora Danielle.
Yes.
And you can find out how to spell her name in my stuff above, my description below, wherever you're at, and it's got her stuff tagged. For the music video, we did something fun. We wanted it to be exciting. This song is like a dance party.
Yes.
And so we ended up going somewhere really special. Where did we go? Tell them a little bit about that.
So we went to this park, but it's actually like a really special park because when we lived here 7 years ago, we would always go to that park like when we had nothing to do. And so we would just go to that park and we would just have fun and forget about everything. And so we'd just play for hours and hours and we'd feed the ducks. It's called the duck park because there's like
we call it the duck park.
Well, yeah.
It's a county park.
Our whole entire family calls it that. But
yeah.
It has like this lake or pond or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it has a bunch of ducks and... here's a story about the ducks, okay? One time, we were there, and I have a video on my phone, and Kinsley was screaming, "Close the window," because my grandpa got bit on the leg by the duck when we were feeding it. And so I was screaming, "Open the window, open it." And so it just kept going up and down, and we were screaming. And it was just so funny. It was so funny.
We went to that park a lot 7 years ago. We were going through a rough time as a family, and that park brought us a lot of healing. Mm-hmm. And there were even days that Rory played hooky from school, and we just would go and walk the trails. We'd go to Sonic and get a slushie.
Yes.
And then
I get the same slushie every single time.
What do you get?
A grape slushie with nerds.
Yeah.
Small.
Yep.
Because I never finish it.
You never do. And we would always go to the park and walk the trails and swing and do all of the things. And so when we moved back here, we took a little trip to that park and we're reminiscing. And so the other day I thought, man, you know what? Why not do your music video in a park that brought so much healing for our little family, for us three girlies? Why not come back 7 years later and do a music video talking about how Jesus has been your best friend?
It was really fun, like filming it. We got out there like maybe 12 or 1 or something like that. And it really was fast, though. It felt long. But then when I looked at the time, I'm like, oh, my gosh, that felt so, like, long. But it was just really fast. But It was so fun. And there's these, like, there's 3 different, like, playscape places. Mm-hmm. So there's one with, like, different swings and stuff. There's another once you enter the park with, like, I don't know what it's called, like, the plastic stuff, like the slides and the swings, and the monkey bars were there. And so we filmed at one of those, the one that you enter. And my favorite part, since I was little, it's like a little merry-go-round.
It's her favorite.
It was my favorite, and I go there every single time. And so that was my favorite part.
And we made that a big part of the music video because that is one of
Yes.
Rory's favorite. There was so many laughs and so much healing that you did on that merry-go-round, that little roundabout thing. Is it
Yeah.
called a merry-go-round?
I don't really know it, but it has like
It's the
little bars
metal
that you
thing
hold
that
onto.
you
You
run
spin it,
and spin and jump
and then
on
you
it.
jump on it, yeah.
Yeah, and so much healing took place on that. So I was like, this has to be a big part of the music video. So the music video looks just like a fun time at the park, but really there's so much like hidden
Stories. And one year for my birthday, because my mom has like pictures and stuff, we went to that merry-go-round and I played on it for so long, and it was just so much fun, and I remembered that day, and it was just so fun.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I love it. I'm excited because this song, down to the music video, down to the words, down to how you wrote it, like it has so much significance. And I'm like blown away at 12 years old that you are able to do that. And I know there's going to be so many kids watching, so many kids that do watch you. And I want to kind of share some of how and why you wrote the song. We did do some interviews in Nashville that will be on the vlog, but I just kind of wanted to dive into an even deeper story time about this song. Like one day I walked into the house there in Florida and you were on the piano writing this song. And I was like, whoa, what's that? And you're like, oh, I wrote this. Sit down and listen to it. And then
I thought it would just be like a silly little thing that I just had to play on the piano. And then I started writing lyrics, and then we like started working together, and then it became a song, and it's releasing on Valentine's Day.
woo woo. So when she started writing this song, I kind of want to get into your head because I don't even really know the full depths of the story. But you thought it was just going to be a fun little tune. You were just playing around.
Mm-hmm.
And then you came to me. I remember you came to me and you said, Mama, you had your notebook and you said, I want to write a song and I need your help. And I said, okay, what do you want it to be about?
I think I was like 9, maybe just turning 10.
Yeah, you were 10.
I probably just turned 10.
Yeah, because Brandon was still alive when you started this song. He was
Because
still...
I remember he was at like over at the church, and
Yep.
we lived right beside the church, so he would just like walk back over.
Uh-huh.
And so he was over at the church like doing a meeting or whatever. I don't really know, but he was working, and so I wrote it. And I remember I sent him the video because we wrote some that day.
Yep.
And I remember I sent him the video, and he said that it was really good.
Yeah, he loved it. He was over
Yeah.
there showing his parents, and he was so excited about it. But you came to me with a notebook, and you were like, I want to write a song about Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you, I said, okay, what do you want that message to be about? And you were like, well, everything he's been to us. And we had just gotten through walking through cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, that was a pretty hard journey. And people don't realize Aurora's been through a lot. At 12, you watched me and your biological dad get divorced.
When I was like 4 or
You just turned 5.
just turned 5. Okay.
And then I say we got married to Brandon because that's what the kids always said when they were little. They were like, we're marrying Brandon. And then you watched me go through cancer twice. And then Daddy B passed away. And that's a lot on a 12-year-old. So when I say she has something to say, she has a story to tell, I say that because at 12, and even her sister at 14, they have lived more life than most children do. And so when we sat down, do you remember the process that I had you go through when we were writing the lyrics for Jesus, My Best Friend?
Yes, I remember there would be some words, and I was like, what can I put together for that word? And you would be like, well, you got to think what rhymes with it. And I'm not going to say the words because I don't want to really spoil it. Y'all can figure out the words on yourself. But she was like, well, you have to figure out what rhymes with it. So we looked up rhyming words for it, and it was like really fun because I got to see all my options, and I was like, oh, I like these words, and I picked out a couple. And then I chose one from those, and then it became a whole song.
It became a whole song. We sat down, and at first we did a brainstorm of what I like to call when I'm doing songwriting, where I just write all my ideas down on a page. And remember, I asked you, who's Jesus been to you? And what are some of the words that you did use in the song that you said in that moment?
My best friend, a healer, and a father, and he is all those things.
Yep.
So.
And she just started spitting out so many other words that are in the song as well. And so I was like, okay, this is how you write a song. And so she's never wrote a song before. So I took her through all the process, and I was like, so you got this concept, you got this idea that Jesus is your best friend. You've got these words that he means to you. Now, how can we put that together? I said, what's the message that you want? And she started with, are you disappointed? That's how the song starts. Are you disappointed? Are you feeling scared?
Can I say the next part? Is your heart hurting? Because I've been there. And then I said, do you know Jesus? He's a good friend. He will never leave me. He's with me till the end.
And so
that's how it started.
And that's how it started. And then we went into who Jesus was. And she's like, I want to have a conversation about who Jesus is and what he's been to me. And people out there are disappointed and scared, and their hearts are hurting. And I want them to know that Jesus is their best friend, even when they feel all of those things. And so the song came together, and really, actually, we wrote the first verse and the chorus, sent it to Brandon, and we didn't finish it until Brandon passed away.
Yep, and then we finished it not even that long ago, right before, like a couple months before New Year's. So it's barely even been finished. It's barely even
about a year and a half
to go out.
Yeah, a year and a half after Brandon passed away,
we started writing it again.
We started writing it again.
But like,
she said, Mom, I want to record a song, and I want it to be the song we started.
But like, in Florida, I think we like started writing it again. Like, we started writing some more
and
stuff.
And we couldn't finish it.
But we just never finished it.
And I think it's because God didn't want us to finish it yet. He wanted us to get it done after that season in our life.
Yeah, so then when we moved here, which was a couple months ago.
No, it was in July, but
well,
it's almost been a year, girl.
It feels like a couple months ago.
I know, it's been so fast.
Well, a couple months ago.
Time goes so fast.
It. But
yeah, a couple months.
Sat here at this table.
Yep.
I got that same notebook out and then a pen, and we just started writing. We started brainstorming again, and we started thinking, what can rhyme with this? What can rhyme with that? And then we finished it, and we sent it to Colin.
And what's so cool is the second verse. The first verse is talking about our pain and how we feel in those feelings, but the second verse is talking about the hope that we have in Jesus and how he takes you out of bad things into good things. And I just love the message in it. And I think that it's going to be such a huge inspiration to a lot of not only children, but even to adults. Colin even said when he was recording it that this song came to him at the perfect time. Like, he needed your song.
He said, because I remember he said, I really needed this, Rory. I really needed to do this for you. And he said that it just made him happy that he was able to do it with me. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. But it was really fun recording this song.
It was a lot of fun. And it's one of those songs that are so catchy that you just sing it nonstop.
And I'm like, oh, wait, I'm singing my own song.
Is that a cool feeling or what?
Yes, that's like, I'm singing my own song right now.
It's the coolest song ever.
Yes.
It's the funnest feeling ever.
And my friends are excited. This one in particular friend, she is really excited. She's counting down. She has it on her calendar, and she has it marked on everything that you can listen to it on.
Wow.
And she said, because I was talking to her earlier, and I said, I just let her know, well, it's coming out on Valentine's Day. You can find it under my name, and where you can listen to it. And she said, I got it marked down on my calendar, girl. I already know. And she was like so excited.
Well, we have adults on social media that have been sending me private messages. 10 more days till Rory's song. 9 more days till Rory's song. Like, there are straight up adults counting down for this song. And I just love I love it. I love it. I love it. And even in the vlog, we share videos of you as a little girl.
Little with all my crazy hair flipped over to the side.
Yes. So Rory, she's been writing music since
I
she could
was-
talk. Like, since you could talk, you've been a little songbird. You are a lot like me in that way. Kinsley's a lot like me in other ways, in my artistic ways and different things like that. But you are a lot like me musically, in the fact that when I was a little girl, I can remember very vividly, I would line up all of my dolls, because you're like me too in the aspect that you love baby dolls.
I know. So I have an American Girl doll over there, and I play with her all the time.
Yep.
I sing with her. Well, nobody knows that I do, because I do it privately.
Yeah.
But I sing with her. I act like she's a real
I hear
person.
you, girl. I hear you singing with that doll, and I love it because it reminds me of me. Because I used to line up all of my dolls, and I would get a hairbrush, and I would sing to them, and I would imagine that it was a concert, and I was singing my own music.
I use a remote. I don't use a hairbrush because we always lose ours.
'Cause I was born in the 1900s, remember?
I never say that.
Why can't
I actually think that I was born in the wrong generation because I love the 80s and 90s. I think it's so
She
cool.
loves the 80s and 90s.
I collect all the vintage Care Bears. I'm starting
all
to
the
collect
vintage Barbies.
I
Barbies
collect
that I
a
played
lot.
with when I was little.
Yeah, I have a what's it called? Holiday Barbie. One of the ones that my mom had, but it's not hers. It's just like one
the
in the
same
box.
one, yeah.
And so I collect those.
You
This is off
collect-
track, but
what else
I
do you
collect Care Bears, and I collect
Care Bears,
new ones.
and you collect a lot of vintage Care Bears. You've got
I have a lot. I have almost every single one. I have like maybe 10 more that I have to collect, and my collection is complete.
And in the music video, she's wearing her Care Bear shirt, one of her very many Care Bear shirts.
My favorite one out of all of them, actually, it's
Yeah.
purple. And funny story about that. I'm gonna say this, and then I'll get back on track.
No, it's
But-
okay. They want to get to know you, babe.
But
There's a lot of
We
kids
were
that want to know all
driving-
this stuff.
we were driving in my aunt's car, and so my aunt and cousin were in there, Ava and Aunt Christy, and me, my mom, and Kinsley, because we were going to go shopping. And I think this was like after church or something. And we were driving by Kohl's. We were still in the car. I was just on my phone, and then I look up and I see a purple Care Bear shirt, and I'm like, through the window of the store.
I know.
And then I said, Mom, we gotta go to Kohl's after all these other stores because I see something in the window that I want. And then we walk in. I said, see, I told you there was a Care Bear shirt. And then Ava says out of the blue, how did you even see that? And I'm like, I got an eye. I got an eye for Care Bear stuff.
She does say all the time, I was born in the wrong generation. I should have been born. She'll say to me, Mom, tell me stories of when you were a kid because I wish that I could have lived back then. And so that's how we'll go to sleep at night. I'll tell her stories of my childhood. And she's like, man, I just wish I could have lived with you when you were a kid.
I have a Care Bear cup right here.
She does. She has a Care Bear coffee cup right there.
I got it for Christmas, maybe,
Yeah.
or my birthday. I don't know.
And I love that. I love that. And so, as a kid, I can remember the Lord instilled those dreams and desires in me to write music and to worship and to glorify Him. And from the very first moment you could speak, the Lord instilled those same gifts inside of you. And I can remember you as a little girl just singing random songs that would just come into your head. And you sang one song that I have recorded. I didn't share this in the vlog. I did share some movies.
I remember some of the words. Like, I don't remember where I put them, but
Yeah.
I remember I'd be like, He loves me. And it
you
just
sang,
be so
you sang
weird.
this one little song all the time. He hugs my heart when I am sad. He hugs my heart.
Was that one that I made
Yeah,
up?
yes, you made it up. And it was so adorable back then. I was like, oh, this is so sweet. And
So sweet, little baby.
and I shared one video.
I know, I saw that.
I shared one.
I looked crazy in that video.
Okay,
My
well,
hair.
you in your defense, you just got over the flu in that little video. And funny enough, you just got over the flu after we did your music video.
I know, like 3 days.
So funny
before.
behind the scenes, Rory literally had the flu 6 days ago.
Yeah.
6 days, I mean, bad, like 102.
So bad, like I was crying. I was like, I don't want to be sick because it was so bad.
It was
like my
so
body
bad.
was hurting. When I got up, I felt like I was gonna fall over or pass out, and I just had to stay in bed all day. And it was
She
so
danced her little heart out on that music video to the point where when we were done, she was like,
Like I felt like I was gonna throw up too, and I had like woke up an hour before that music video because I had to get ready and I forgot to grab a snack or something. So I also felt like I was gonna throw up, but I'm like, what am I gonna throw up? I don't have anything in my stomach.
And nobody will even be able to tell because that whole video is just so full of joy. Like you can feel the presence of God on it. I have watched it like 20 times since I finished editing it and putting it together. Like I keep putting it on repeat because you could just feel the presence of God. It's so interesting how when you're called to something, God anoints you to do the thing that you're called to. Like I can't tell you how many times, Rory, I have been so sick and I was supposed to lead worship. And the moment I get on stage, the anointing hits me and the Lord helps me get through that worship set and the power of God comes in and people's lives are changed. And as soon as I'm done, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just got through that. And that's what it reminded me of doing that music video for you the other day.
Yes, because I remember I would take like 5-minute breaks in the car in the cold, and I was like, this is how I'd be. I would be like, I don't feel good. And she's like, I know, after we're done, we're going to go get you a grape nerd slushie and some food from Sonic.
And you got through it and you had so much fun doing it. Like when you watch the music video, you'll see how much
You'll
fun.
never know that I was not feeling
Never,
good.
ever know. And
It's crazy that I could film a video about Jesus and like think, well, I was making songs. Well, this is like off topic to what we were just talking about, but
that you were
I don't know how
making-
to word this, but it was like so crazy that I have my own song about Jesus being my best friend, but when I was little, I was also making songs about him healing my heart.
Yep.
Just healing
Yeah,
my
hugging
heart.
your heart.
Hugging my heart.
I love it.
And it's basically like the same thing, just different words.
Yeah,
So.
hugging your heart, healing your heart, being your friend. And you were always singing about that. And then you get older and you actually have a whole song now and a music video. And I'm just so proud of you. I'm so stinking proud of you. You know, my biggest prayer, I remember there was a song I made up for you and Kinsley. That was called Lullaby Melody. And I used to sing it over y'all when I would rock you to sleep as infants. And that lullaby melody morphed into Braving the Sky. So Braving the Sky has hints of that with the...
I think I remember.
With the, lullaby in there and everything like that. But when you were an infant, there was a song I sang to you that was called Lullaby Melody. And it had a prayer in it. And that prayer was that you would honor God in everything you do. And it was said, honor God in everything you do. Let your life song always speak his truth. And treasure it, 'cause he treasures you. And he's singing a lullaby melody. He's singing. And I sang that over y'all as infants, I'd be feeding you and I would sing this. And it's so cool to see. Now you are letting your life song sing the truth of Jesus over other people. And it's almost like a prophetic word over you coming to pass. And it's so cool. I wish that Kinsley wasn't so stinking shy.
But
she's
one
so
thing that I
talented.
think about her, like, I think that one day, like, she's gonna be like doing guitar stuff, like
Say that.
instrumental stuff.
Heck yeah.
Because she's always in there. I gotta be a little bit quiet because she can hear me. But so because her room is right across.
Yeah. Say it, girl. Call her out.
She's always like, when we're not home, like when my mom's not home and I'm just in here doing my own thing, like acting like I don't hear her, but I really do. I can hear her on her electric guitar. That was my mom's. And I can hear her like doing the songs and like picking it out. And I can hear her like listen to the song on her phone, and then she'd pause it, and then she'd be like do it on the guitar.
Yeah.
But she never tells anybody about it.
Yeah.
And she hides it.
And she's a viola player, and she's really good at the viola. She picked that up so fast.
I tried my best on the violin, which is different because they're like,
but they're
higher.
similar.
The viola is a little bit higher, and the violin is just normal.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't very good because like I don't memorize music notes.
She plays by ear. And
yeah,
so
I don't memorize music notes. So when we had these quizzes, she would hold up one of the notes, and we'd have to say what it was, but I didn't know what it was. So I started crying one day, and I was just kind of hiding it. And I had my music note right here, book over my face, and I was just kind of crying, shielding my face from everybody, trying not to let them see. Because I don't memorize that stuff. I just memorize by ear. And then when I get on, like, I forget it in the moment. But then once everybody else starts playing it, I'm like, oh, yep, it's this turn, and then it's this turn. But
see, that's a talent, though, Rory, to be able to play by ear.
I have no idea what the notes are.
All of her...
They all are...
Even you playing the piano, you play by ear.
I have stickers on the keys that have the notes.
Yeah, but you don't even need those.
But I don't need them. I just have them there.
Yeah, but she picks out all of her stuff on the keyboard. And Kinsley, she plays guitar by ear. She plays viola. Mm-hmm. She can play drums. She knows like the basics because Dylan, which y'all don't know about him, but Dylan, well, y'all might know about him. He was our
in
intern.
Our early videos.
In our early videos,
yeah,
he was our intern and our
basically
drummer.
Like our brother. We call him our brother.
Yep.
And he would give us like little lessons like every Saturday or something like that. But I feel like she still knows the basics.
Oh, she's gonna.
Just doesn't tell anybody.
Kinsley's gonna come out of hiding one day, and it's gonna hit her because the call of God's on her life musically too, and it's gonna hit her. And I can't wait for her to come out of hiding. She did sing on my song Braving the Sky. And so both of y'all sang, and everybody was just so like...
This is how I think about that song. So like, didn't I start it off?
Yep.
Okay, so like all of us together, I feel like it's... Because I start, and then you start, and then Kinsley's at the end. Uh-huh. And isn't all of us together at one part?
And then you end at the end, at the very end.
So I think of it as this. So first, because I said she was the cherry on top. So first I think of the cone. I think that I started off as the cone because you start an ice cream off with the cone. And then I think of my mom as ice cream, and she goes on top. And then Kinsley as another ice cream. Also, like I kind of think of it as cherry ice cream because, like I said, she's the cherry on top. So cherry ice cream, I don't even think that's a flavor.
It is.
Then I think of it as like the sprinkles and the extra stuff on top. Because then my cone, my mom ice cream, Kinsley ice cream, and then sprinkles. It's so an ice cream built in the song.
It's so good. I love that. I love that, Rory. That's cute. I never thought that you looked at it that way. But my girls, I'm so proud of them. My mama heart is just so proud. They both travel with me on occasion, and Rory gets up there and sings with me. I just wrote a new song called Breakthrough, and Rory just performed that song at a women's conference with me. She's going to be performing it.
I literally practiced it for 4 days. I only knew it for 4 days, and then we left.
And you're going to be performing it again in Florida, so I'm excited about that. And, Kinsley does a lot of our media content, all of our videos, all of our pictures for us on the road. And so she's very techie as well and is very gifted in that. And so my girls, man, this is a family ministry. And, when Brandon passed away, he was already pouring into y'all so much. He poured into y'all so much, the purpose and plan of God for your life. I think that he is in the grandstands of heaven right now, cheering us on so hard and just being like, man, look at my girls go. Look at my girls keep going for Jesus. They're doing a whole family ministry now, and they didn't give up. Like, so proud. So proud. With Jesus right there going, she wrote a song about me. I'm her bestie.
I'm in that song.
I'm her bestie. Whoop, whoop. I'm wearing Brandon's shirt. I wanted him to be a part of this podcast with us.
Yes.
And so I'm just so proud of you, babe. I am so proud. I'm so honored to be your mommy. I'm so honored to have two beautiful girls in my life that have stood beside me through hell and high water and have loved Jesus. I'm going to cry. I'm legit crying. The fact that y'all have continued to love Jesus, even when our entire world has crumbled around us. And it's the best gift ever as a mama to have kids that say Jesus is their foundation. And I just believe you're going to teach so many children how to keep that their main thing, even when their heart's hurting, even when they're disappointed, like you say in the song, that you got to remember Jesus is your best friend.
No matter what, even if you think, well, I don't hear him, well, you got to listen. You got to listen for him. You can't just expect to hear him. You've got to
preach that.
You've got to listen for him. And you can't just think, well, I'm done with him because he's not saying what he said he was going to say, like, do and stuff. But, like, kind of like what I was saying with the ice cream cone.
Yeah.
That's the foundation. He's like the ice cream cone.
Girl, you preach it.
He's like the ice cream cone, holding the ice cream up. He's holding us up.
Girl, you preach that right there.
And then, I don't know. And then I think he's the cherry on top because he's helping. He's holding us up. So.
Mm-hmm. And if we don't have that foundation, we're going to fall.
Without the cone, there is no foundation. There's nothing to keep you up. You're just going to sit on the ground and you're going to melt away.
I love your analogies, girl. You know what? I think tomorrow at your release party, we need to have ice cream cones and ice cream sundae bar for your whole analogy. And then you need to tell everybody at the party your analogy, that Jesus is the foundation that holds us up. You know what? We should do... Oh my gosh, yes.
We're going to have to do another podcast right after this about that.
No, go for it, girlfriend. You go preach it right now. You got anything else to say about it?
I feel on the spot now. I don't know what to say.
Well, I will say, as you think about it, I think at one of our conferences that I put on this year and you and Kinsley are going to be a part of, I think we should definitely do an ice cream sundae bar for the fact that Jesus is the foundation of our life. And you don't want to melt away. You don't want to melt away in your feelings. You don't want to melt away in your sadness. You don't want to melt away in your depression and your anger, right? And what could you say real quick to some kids that are going through really sad moments? You saw our family go through sad moments. And you had to process a lot of those moments. We weren't perfect at it. We had bad days. And you cried a lot. Tell them something that would encourage them on their sad days. What would you say? And in a real way, like, what would you really say to them if they were sitting right here and they were like, Rory, I have a really sad heart right now. My mom is going through cancer. My dad and mom are breaking up, or somebody's died, or I get bullied at school, or I just don't even feel like I'm worth it. I'm not happy. What would you tell them?
I would say, think of it as Jesus. So starting off the cone. You're starting off as the cone, and you're building as you go. You're building your life up. When you're like going, think of it like, because sometimes ice cream cones and stuff aren't going to be perfect.
It's good, baby.
The scoops aren't perfect. They're not perfect little scoop. They can be all sloppy. It's not going to be perfect. Your life's not going to be perfect. But I would say, just like
crying.
I would say, just keep going. Just because one part or a couple parts of your life aren't perfect and they feel sloppy and just not as perfect as other people's life, everybody is not perfect. Just keep going because you got the cone, Jesus keeping you up. then you could have some sloppy ice cream. And then another part of your life could be a good looking ice cream scoop. And then the sprinkles and everything on top, like, is what you're building around it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what's inside. It's what's on the inside, not on the outside.
Yeah. It's what's on the inside, not on the outside.
The outside does not have to be perfect.
Yeah.
The inside is what matters.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be keeping that ice cream forever, so it doesn't matter what it looks like. You're going to eat it anyways. But
you're not going to be keeping this body forever. You're not going to be keeping this life forever. You're going to go heaven. So what are you carrying on the inside of you? Wow.
But I would say just think of it as that, and you're not alone. Jesus is always with you, even if it feels like he's not, and it feels like you're trying to listen for him. It's just God works in mysterious ways. So if your life feels sloppy, it's like sloppy ice cream, let's put it like that. It doesn't matter, because you might not know what is coming in the future, what God has in plan for you. So I would just think of it as that. And also, you could talk to me if you need to. If you need a friend to talk to, I will be so glad to talk to you. And yeah.
Listen, we've got a preacher on our hands. Girl, you had me in tears. I've literally got water coming out of my eyeball sockets. You had me crying. That is such a beautiful analogy, baby. That is so beautiful. And just seeing the Lord work in your life at 12, the wisdom that you have. Did you know that I had a, gosh, you got me emotional, babe. I have a follower that's in my crew. And she literally told me the other day, she said, my daughter, who is your age, asked, do you think Rory will have her own crew one day?
Yes. Oh, it could be like a crew. Like,
Crew kids.
It could be crew kids, and we've been working on
Yeah, we've
some
been
stuff.
working on some
I'm not going to spoil anything.
secret stuff, but crew kids is coming.
Could be like, it could kind of be like, I could be like the role over it, like my mom. And the kids could be on there, like if they're dealing with stuff that they just don't know how to talk to their parents about, they could talk to me about it. And then even if I have to call them and talk about them, if they don't want to talk about it enough in front of other people, like, you have a friend, you could talk to me. I will talk about anything to you. I'll help you out. But that would be really cool.
Into you, yeah. She said, do you think Rory will have a crew of her own one day? And that just warmed my heart, that our crew is helping so many people, that even children are wanting you and Kinsley to be a part of that. And even husbands now are sneaking in on the crew because they're loving it so much. And I just think with crew kids coming, and you know the secret stuff that we're working on, so we can't say. But with crew kids coming, I think for sure, after hearing you preach right now on ice cream, girl, do you know those TikToks, pick it up and preach, where they have to go, here's this, pick it up and preach. Jesus is the living water. If you drink of him, you'll never thirst. You know, like you pick something random up and like, hey, there's a cup here. You got to pick it up and preach.
Cup. Let me try and do this. Okay. I might not be very good.
But you just did the pick it up and preach with ice cream cone, girl.
Okay. But here's the cup. Act like Jesus is the cup. He is going to keep you inside, and he's going to protect you. And he protects you no matter what. Even if there's like some little chips in your cup, that's okay, because he's Jesus. He can do anything. So you're the inside. The inside is perfectly fine. The outside is not what matters. It's what's keeping you inside and protecting you. So basically, like, this is really weird. I don't know how I'm going to say this, but like, pretend like that water over there is you. Well, our bodies have a lot of water in them, actually.
They do, yeah.
But the water is going to be inside of this cup. It's not going to be on the outside being shown, because Jesus will be protecting you.
Yeah.
And it can also act like these are angels, because angels are everywhere.
Yeah,
they
girl.
protect you. They're in the room, like there's angels in the room right now.
Yep. Girl.
And they're in the room right now, and they're making sure nothing will happen to you. They're protecting you, and they're kind of like the eyeball of the bed, of like the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say bedrooms, but
yeah, watching out for you.
they're watching out for you. They're like looking everywhere. They're on the outside of your house. So basically, that's what this is. It's protecting you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love it. And crew kids, you're going to have to preach a little, pray a little, share your music, and worship. We've been doing worship live with the crew on Thursday nights, and that's been really fun, getting to do live worship like me and Brandon used to do, and we're fixing to move that over to the main page so people can see us. Rory's been a little nervous, but she's got a gift.
Oh, I think a train is coming.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, I can hear it. I can hear
It's
it
okay.
rumbling.
Well, with that being said, go ahead and say a prayer real quick over all of the kids out there.
Dear Lord, I pray that whatever these kids are going through, that they will know that you are surrounding them with your love, and that they are protected by you, and no matter what they're going through, no matter how their life looks, no matter how sloppy it may be, that they can realize that you are with them, and that they don't have to be perfect, because it doesn't matter. This is our temporary body. We don't have to be perfect. It's what's on the inside that counts. And I pray that you just help them realize that they are just perfect the way they are, and that they are loved. And Lord, I pray that whoever is like being bullied, or if they're having some personal things happen in their life, that they will know that they can talk to me about it if they need to, and that they don't have to be scared to tell their parents. And Lord, I just want you to help them realize that they are very special, and that no matter what they're going through, they're just so special. I don't even know how to say it, but they're just special. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
That was kind of a sloppy prayer, but you don't have to be perfect.
That's right.
I didn't know what to say, but
That's okay. That's great, baby. That was an awesome prayer, and just in time because the train is here. Thank you for joining us for this episode. Go get Aurora's song tomorrow, Valentine's Day. What better Valentine to have than Jesus, right? I mean, this
I
was
know,
the
right?
greatest day to release.
I have 3 baby Jesuses. Okay, so this is
Okay, clarify what that
really
means, because that's
there's these little figures, okay? And I'm starting to collect these little figures. That sounded really weird.
that did.
It sounded like I have 3 baby Jesus dolls. No, I don't have that. But they're like little rubber figures, and they have like a little satchel, and they're different colors, and it says Jesus loves you, or something like that. And so I have one with a pink one, a hot pink one. Well, 2 with hot pink. And then I have one with blue. And my plan is one day I'm going to like save up my money and get a bunch of them and keep them in the car. And when we go out to eat and stuff, I'll put them in my purse, and I'll hide them around the restaurant.
That's
and,
good.
Like, hide them around where I go. And then whoever finds it, they could either pick it up and hide it again, or they can keep it.
Jesus is everywhere.
Jesus is everywhere.
Yes, he is.
And I should get some angels, too.
Yeah. Well,
That would be
you
fun.
need to go get Aurora's song tomorrow. Jesus, your best friend. Go check out
It's going to be good.
Yes, it is. Check out the music video on my YouTube. Share the link with everybody you know. Send this song everywhere. Make it go viral, okay? Because this song right here is...
And if this song goes good, then I might have something up my sleeve for y'all.
She's already been working on more music, y'all. So
I might make a big album. I might have an album with
you're-
multiple
girl-
songs.
Girl,
if this one
not
goes
mine.
good.
Not mine. It's happening. It's happening.
Depending on how good this one goes.
No, it's happening. You got this, girl. And so I love y'all so much. We're going to end this like we always do. Get your coffee cup. We're raising a glass to all things bad because God makes it good. Cheers.
Cheers. If we can reach.
Okay, let's just take a quick pause because I'm not sure if you're aware, but in 7 days on Thanksgiving Day, my brand new book, I Win, Faith Ain't Fair, It's a Fight, is available on Amazon and Kindle. And if you pre-order it today and all the way through Thanksgiving Day, you get the introduction and first chapter on audio via email. If you've been in the fight for your life, this is the book for you. I literally take you through 8 specific strategies concerning your faith fight to do what the Word of God says to do. If you're believing God for anything and it has been a struggle, whether it's an emotional fight, a relational fight, a spiritual fight, a mental fight, or a physical fight, this book is for you. I start out every chapter with a journal entry from my cancer journey. It's very raw, it's very real, it's very vulnerable. I share so many details of what it looks like to truly walk out trauma in order to see triumph. And if you've seen my story, you know the faith fight is not done. I became a widow only 4.5 months after my cancer journey ended, and my husband decided to move in with Jesus. So go get the book because it's going to encourage you concerning your faith fight. And I hope that it will be a gift to your life. Pre-order it now, 7 days. I can't wait. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I want to give you an opportunity right now to go hit the subscribe or follow button. Don't miss an episode. Every Thursday, we are going to be here early morning. We will live broadcast it to Facebook, and it will be on all the streaming platforms and YouTube at 5 and 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Don't miss this. I hope it's empowering you. I hope it's encouraging you. And I want to give you a chance to partner with our ministry. If you don't know, we travel full time all around the nation. We do worship, we speak, we do conferences, we do pop-up events, we do consulting, all of the things. And we are seeing lives changed forever. We're seeing massive miracles take place, supernatural miracles take place in bodies, but even in hearts and minds and emotions as well. And God has just been so good. There's a couple of ways you can partner with us. Number 1, pray. Pray for me and the girls. This is definitely a sacrifice. It is a calling. It is our passion, but we need your prayers as we do what God's called us to do. And number 2, I want to give you a chance to partner with us financially. We cannot do what we do on the road without your help. And we just love our partners. You keep our car going. You keep us on the road. You keep us booked up. You allow us to do the ministry that we are doing. And we're just so thankful. On my website, AlissaHolt.com, I'll throw it up on the screen. You can go to Ladder House Co. and read all about the ministry. And you can click to be a monthly partner or a one-time giver. We love whatever it is that you can do, whether it's prayer, whether it's monthly, or whether it's one time. We are so incredibly grateful. God is so good, and you are a part of the harvest that we are seeing on the road when you partner with us. Go check out that giving link. I will put it here on the screen as well and down below in the description, and we will see you next week. Love you.
You are brave in the sky, singing your lullaby. Shine bright in the night, it's in you I delight. And I am placing you higher. You are